Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I posted a build just 1 or 2 days ago of this one here, and I asked you guys if you wanted me to do another break it down video, and I got a few people that said that they would like that. So in today's video I'm just gonna break down a few of the things that like new designs that I use for this particular housing design. I'm probably not going to go over some of the ones that I've used before. For example, there's going to be a few wooden like wall panels that I've used in previous builds, so I can link those below or link the playlist and you can check that out. I'm just going to go over the new stuff today. So this door right here, I made using these shuttered windows, just one and then turn around, and the curtain is made using a simple curtain, then turn around because the back of it is completely flat, so it works very well if you don't want it to poke through or clip. Then the sides here are wooden slats, and the top and the bottom is a Oasis bookshelf. It's the same one that I used here. I'll show you. So you can see that the top and the bottom of this has a nice flat wooden texture, kind of wooden part. It was very nice to use for doors and stuff like that. Then I have a small nook. This is a disordered wardrobe, just a mug shelf. There's a bread rack, stuff like that. Pretty simple, basic stuff. Over here we have a message book. I decided to kind of hide the actual message book into the shelf and then just put a book on top. And basically what this does is that you can still click on it even though you don't see the actual like message book, which I think is very nice because sometimes it just doesn't fit the same kind of vibe that you want to go for in a build. Over here we have the kitchen. I believe I have covered how to make these cupboards in a different video, so I'll try and link that. Then the top here is a chocobo shelf. The jars and whatnot here are made using the Glade cupboard. You only use the top. Like if I show you like this, do you see how the top of that becomes one slim line? Well, you use that basically, and it's very nice and simple. Then this here is a chocobo cupboard. It's just the top of it. And then this is a Ariman screen, the tap. The oven is made using a shelving showcase, or just a normal showcase is fine also, I think. Let's see, there you go. So then you get the glass effect and you use the top of this. You don't use the bottom. So instead the bottom is made using, I think it's like a normal like hinged bookshelf or something like that. Almost anything will work for this. The sides here are wooden slats, one on each side. Then you can just kind of put the Starlight Dodo inside. You can put other types of food too. Something that gives off a little bit of steam, I personally think would look nice. Then the top are 2 table mats that I put on top to kind of mimic a stuffed top. This rug here is a hinged bookshelf, but in reality you can make lots of different rugs from different items. This is just something that I added because I thought it would give a little bit of extra to the kitchen. Then you have this little kitchen island. The kitchen island is made using a hinged bookshelf, and the top up here, this, I don't know what you would call this, like a hanging shelf maybe, is made using the antique wall shelf and then 2 dancing poles on each side. You also have some wooden cups and some wooden plates. Over here I made this small dining area, and I kind of wanted to do a quick break it down on these windows because that seems to be pretty requested, and also I used them like pretty much throughout the entire build. So these windows are actually not that very hard to make. All you need is a Phasmascape behind it, and then these are shelving showcases. And because you used almost the entirety of the shelving showcase, you can use the wooden parts of the showcase as the trim for the windows, and it's very slot efficient. It's actually really quite good. So I did that, and then the middle you can see is just a wooden slat. So you can make a different kinds of variations on this. If you don't want any of the wooden parts like in the middle of the window, you can just use a normal showcase and not the one that are shelved. But yeah, and then behind it there's also windows, I believe. You can't really see them, but I did put windows just right behind them so that once the sunlight comes in, it will reflect on the glass and it will look very nice. Over here, I made a small fireplace seating area. Pretty simple and standard, really. It's just the Oasis armchair, some matching cushions, the Hingen open shelf bookcase. I made a lamp using the chemical lanterns and the dancing pole. Here I have made like a subway tile fireplace. You use the glass jars, and then these long vertical parts are once again the glade cupboards. You can see from behind. This works quite well because this is a large house and I had a lot of slots to work with, but I would not recommend to do subway tiles in a smaller house, just because it just takes up so many slots. Also, something to keep in mind if you're doing this for a fireplace is that the actual fireplace part of it cannot be something that's a table, because if you do, these glass jars will snap onto it. So for this actual fireplace, I used I think it's a Riera wardrobe, and then I dyed it black and I turned it around, so this is actually the back of it. Over here in the bedroom, once again, I use the same windows. Sometimes they're varying a bit in size, so these ones are a little bit smaller than the ones in the living room. But other than that, it's the same principle. The bed is made using the Oasis cupboard, and then it's a double feathered bed, a futon, and 2 matching cushions. The headboard is made also using the Oasis cupboard. And then once again, we have these wood panels that are just a mog shelf. This little wall shelf is made using the same as this one. You can get an open shelf bookshelf. So, and then just put it on side, put it into the wall. Over here in the bathroom, I made some simple sinks using the wash basin, and then because these kind of clip and I couldn't float them, I decided to put the table mat just underneath them. I mean, it works out quite okay. I think there are other options that I could have done, but I kind of felt like all other options were too modern, and I still wanted to go with something that felt a bit more cottage-like. And so that's why I ended up on using those instead of, for example, like a chocobo counter or something like that. On the other hand, I did use the chocobo counter up here to create these drawers. Over here we have the bath. And the actual bath is a carbuncle bathtub. Then these are all, and you guessed it, it's my favorite item, the mog shelf. Then you have this white rectangular partition, a little book, and antique wall shelf to make this like don't know what they're called, but it's like a little table that you can put on top of your bath and you can put stuff on it basically. Once again, it's really the same thing with the windows here. It is doesn't really let me grab it, but it's the same Phasm Escape and then the showcase and stuff like that, so pretty simple. Yeah, the ceiling also really simple. It's really just white rectangular partitions to kind of create this pattern, and then you have the normal what are they called? Like wooden flooring, I think. But yeah, that's about it. If you have any questions, I might have missed something, please let me know. I'll try to answer it. And I've also started a coffee page, so if you're interested in donating to me, I really appreciate it. It helps me kind of allocate more time to try and do these videos and engage more with the community and teach you guys the kind of tricks that I use. So if you want to donate, I really appreciate it. And as always, thank you for your support, and I hope to see you soon.